Right, let's crack on and get this done. Where are we starting with? Are we starting with the game crashing? We absolutely are. That's about right for the start of the week. Well, at least I can get onto the game, so I'm doing better than the US. Although, are they back on now? I don't know. I don't know if they are. Keep seeing things and flash up that the US can now get back on, or at least TikTok's available. But I don't know if that includes the rest of the companies or anything else. Yeah, summoning rates. Yeah, brilliant. Right, we'll start all of that later. How much longer have we got here? Hour and a bit, so we should get that done before we finish. Mailbox, what's in here? Guild rewards. Claim, need those. Right, war room. Let's get in, get this void rift done. Nightmare, let's go. Shocking that we still have to do this every week. Horrible start to the week. And the rewards are nice, but it's such a long way through everything. And it's not as if they gear save everything anyway. Want the first couple to go well, because otherwise it's a bloody nightmare. It's just a terrible start. It can go down a hill if the first couple of fights don't go well as well. There's no reason for it, unless you swap loads of gear about. Oh, did you come up with an artifact? I can't remember. I don't think Vortex did. Oh, right, Ivar came up with an artifact, so that's a start. He's got one. He's actually got some gear on. Right, seems to be going okay now. Tank's alive, we're getting a few more people down. That's all a plus. But still no gear lock or proper save for this. So annoying. So annoying. So this is the Forerunner account. If there's anything that you think is different on the Forerunner to opposed to the Global, just shout out and we can go and have a look at it. We've still got a Phantasmal Nightmare up as well. I can't seem to get any further than about A+ with that. I think the leaderboard shows double S. So whether they tone that down by the time it hits Global or not, I don't know. Or whether they keep it as it is. I no knowledge on that whatsoever. But it is not an easy fight. The top teams haven't got Ingrid involved, but it's quite Ingrid-centric, really. It's quite weird. It depends how well you've got a decent AoE champion to take care of one side of the fight. So when the fight starts off, you've got the Conqueror in the middle, and then you've got a left and a right hand side, and there's sort of a platform base in the middle. So with the Conqueror on Phantasmal Nightmare, you can actually use platform based targets, which is handy because you use a lot of them for the Lord of Styx fight, which comes on after it. So once you've defeated the Conqueror, then you roll on to the Lord of Styx phase in the Phantasmal Nightmare, which is okay, but you need two different types of champions. So you can take seven champions with you, I think it is. 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7, I think. Just to try and make the two teams up. So I can get about A plus, but getting above that I think is hard work. You need quite specific heroes, which is quite normal for this game, but getting it to work or not, for me, I'm having a bit of a nightmare with it, phantasmal or otherwise. So we'll just have to see how it goes and how it pans out, and whether they tone it down for global or not, because I imagine it would be on the global rotation next time round, which would be handy. So we might do a bit of a guide on it and see who's good and who's not, that sort of thing. But Ingrid does do wonders for a massive amount of people on it. Have to see how the rest of it goes. There we go, another round down. This done. So does anyone know if the US are actually back playing again now? Is that a thing? I keep seeing things that TikTok's available and that's come back up and is available in the app stores, or is going to be, and it's all being rescinded for 3 months and that sort of thing. But I've got no idea if they can play again or not. All seemed a bit weird. The only people missing out are the people who actually want to play a game. All seems a little bit odd. I get this out of the way, get some free golden diamonds. That's always nice. We had a run through the other week where we did a match up against the hard version of the Void Rift. I think it's about 75%. Where the balance sort of flips over on when you want to start doing Nightmare and not completing it, as opposed to completing hard, that sort of thing. But that was regards to Gleaming Meteorites, not regards to anything else. So, although the gear isn't always fantastic in these places, it's can be quite terrible. You watch people every week go and show their gear off, and the gear they get is absolutely horrific. So it's not always the best place, but it's the Gleaming Meteorites that keep you coming back, which is why this mount is so much sought after, I think, because it gives you the extras on there as well. So go and forge them up afterwards. See what we get. Normally gives you sort of 12-ish pulls, I think, by the time you've completed it. About 12 sort of summons when you get to the forge. So we'll see if it's if we get anything worthwhile, but got to be done. Get this out of the way. Oh, I don't know if you've got gear on. Have I removed your gear? Captain Reeves has his gear robbed. I remember. I pushed a little bit further with my Semran team Apocalypse 2, but I'm hitting about 112-ish thousand. So is that 8k short? It seems to be getting past that next poison phase, so I can survive a little while within it now, but getting it complete wasn't a thing for me. So who knows, maybe later we'll be able to boost up our DPS and see if we can get past it, then finally get that top chest on Apocalypse 2. So that would be a nice little tick in the box as well. 3 to go, we okay? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're coming out from there. I think we're going to be alright, aren't we? There we go. Not a big issue. But the biggest issue is the fact that you can't gear lock this. Or they don't allow you to gear lock it. I think it's the next phase, isn't it, with the tentacles? That's always I don't like that. I don't like the phase 2 of it, and I don't like this one, to be honest. That hasn't rolled out well, has it? You don't get paradoniments on this though, do you? Don't get that. Which is quite weird. Be nice if you did. That could solve a lot of issues, couldn't it? That'd be loads better if they did that. Go on, get these dead. So the event starts today. I'll probably chuck a video out later about clearing off the event and little things to watch out for. In case you're unaware, they've got they're called Tales of the Smith event going on. There's 2 of them during the Shard event for the exclusive for Beelzebub. Now I think it's worth doing just because you never know if you're going to pull him or not. So it's probably worth doing the event if you can. And I would imagine most people can. It doesn't seem... The events they do don't seem overly tricky. I've done other games and the events are an absolute blooming nightmare. When you try and get into them, then they're not easy at all. Was it similar to Season 5, you think? So if you're on Global, you've got... Oh, Sonic. Yeah. Hope you had a good birthday, mate. Yeah, the Season 7 for this is underway now. You can go and have a quick look at the map if you want, because you're in what's Global at the moment, gone on to just about to start calculation week, isn't it? And then do the gauntlet. So one of my defences is doing okay. The next one, oh blimey, I probably need to do that there. Can I do that there? What's the difference? Let's go there. 2 seconds. I'll just get this fight out of the way. Do you need to kill him? Thank you. Enough gear on? Oh, well, I've put you entirely in the wrong place, haven't I? That's a nightmare for me. Come on. Super tank. Need to survive. Right, hopefully we've recovered from that. A little bit of a disaster early on. Could do the woodland elf and then we'll be laughing. Now I think we're in a much better place. Get you dead. Come on. Die, you little sod. Ready to go. Just you and that's it. Sorted. Got that out of the way. Yeah, I can show you my defences in a minute. When we've done this, I'll show you my defences. One of them's a bit weak and needs some work, so I'll probably change that around. The first one or the second one, I can't remember which way around I've done it. But the other one seems to be holding okay, relatively speaking. But if you're doing the gauntlet, there's a couple of changes around the gauntlet. The gauntlet run there, if you're doing it, I is really good there. There's a lot of people putting like Ingrid's up for a full power all the way down the map if you're doing the GVG gauntlet, and then putting Ingrid up there to slow and get everyone down, because there's only sort of one tank spot this time round on the gauntlet, whereas on the map previously on season 6 there was the 2 spots you could get around. But there's a couple of spots to watch out for where you're going to get sniped if you put them on. Hey, congrats on getting in it. Well done. Need to skill him up. I use him on my Apocalypse 2 team. He does okay. Remember, if you get, is it the 80k key on Apocalypse 2? You get the soul stone for in it, don't you? Is that the reward for the achievement? Is it 80k or 50k? I can't remember which way round. But so I'm sure it's Apocalypse. Yeah, it's Apocalypse 2. If you're using in it, and then if you get him skilled up and that sort of stuff, and use him in Apocalypse 2, there's an achievement reward for doing it. You can get a skill crystal to put into him, which gets up his A1. But his A1 is a bit meh, to be honest. Because his A1 is on deployment, isn't it? Or his first time that he does more of these. He puts more ancient cores out, or another ancient core out. So you only get that on the first, I think, 20 seconds it counts for. Well, after 20 seconds, his A1 is no use, to be honest. Because the ancient core will only last 20 seconds. So once it's been used and gone, there's no other use for it coming around again, which is a little annoying, which is a shame really, but there we go. Get that one before I forget it. Come on, auto fight. Right, so now we start with the tentacles. They're always a problem. I'll have to have a look to see if the tentacles can take damage or not, because that does affect how you're going to realistically play this out. That looks like the tentacle was taking a lot of damage there, so looks like they are. So might have to pay attention in future fights about where Aatrox goes, because I take an Aatrox with me because he's got such a speedy turnaround time. He's quite handy. Here we go. We're going to die from this one, or is this one going to knock itself out? There we go. Should be able to hit that tentacle as well. Come on, Silas. You should be able to hit the tentacle as well. Thank you. Get that down. So the tentacles take damage this time, which means they do more damage. So you sort of later on, you've sort of got to really take them out. We've got these two. The boss walks off. That's it done. And now as we move on, we've actually got to start paying attention to the fight. Then once the fight's done, look at where we put Aatrox. Oh, 3 golden diamonds, always nice. Again, oh, does it work best for him? I don't know. I can't remember what works for him best. It might well do. It works best in most scenarios because it's bugged. Until they ever fix that bug, then I'm sure Soulbound Arcana is going to work best for everyone. Which gives them the issue of tier 3 pieces. A lot of the tier 3 pieces aren't as good as Soulbound Arcana because you can use any old ultimate to trigger it off. So even the likes of Ingrid work well in Soulbound Arcana because you get to 50% damage if you've got another couple of people triggering off ultimates. So it's whether you've got enough Soulbound Arcana sets to make it work is probably more of the issue. Right. Where are we? Yes, we've got Aatrox in the team here, so we'll let the auto set the team up, and then see if it works. I'm not sure you're fully geared, mate. Yeah, okay. You've collapsed and died. Right, let's quit the battle there. Let's go and have a quick look at him. Is he how little gear has he got on? Or he definitely hasn't got an artifact on, has he? I think that's the issue. Oh, idiot. Complete. Come on. While we're at it. If that works a bit better. So if they live a bit longer. Come on, Gearlock. So I got bored over last week. What do I say bored? Started to have a look at a couple of things. I've had a look at the dev insights. I sort of downloaded them all, put them into a big database, an Excel spreadsheet, so I can sort of have a look through and see what they've said where and when. So now I've sort of got it all roughly where I want it. It's a matter of just going through it all and having a look and searching for stuff. Stop. Where is he? Oh, you've put him somewhere else, haven't you? He's right the way over there. He's in the wrong place. Are you going to live through this? Highly unlikely. You haven't. Let's get rid of you. Right, you've lived. Right, I need you back. Come on, Aatrox. Come on. Go, go, go. See if we can recover from this disaster. Come on. Recovery's going strong. Ah, come on. Get up there. Stop messing about. Oh, that's it, done. We're good. We're over. Happy days. Out of the way. It's not as if the tentacles come in the same place every time, so it's just always a disaster. Alright, come on then. Oh. Okay, you haven't got gear on. AoE, isn't it? Sure he does AoE, doesn't he? Is that right? Quick check. Why not? We can go overboard. Right, you're set. Are we using a Pope, are we? Right, okay. Artifact, you will need one on. One tank. You or the other tank, you've got gear. You probably have. You should have. Right, let's get in. Do I move from the front? Start, let's go. Right. We're doing first. Tank down. I don't have a healer for this. This is a crazy stuff. No healer. That's a very novel approach, right? Wow. Two tanks. Where do we say? Healer. Vortex, you're fine. Shouting out Setram. Chuck him in. I can't remember the team I used last week. There we go. Something like. Okay. Just curious if that's going to be enough to actually get everything done. Oh, of course, Wu Tong. I hadn't really thought about him, to be honest, using him here. You could actually put him up behind one of the tanks, couldn't you, to level out this area here? That's quite a nice idea. Nice little concept. Right. Whoops, too early. Come on, boss, do your attack. There's boss's attack. There we go. Put DPS down. I want you that side. I'll go that way. I'll have a longer path coming up. See how this pans out. So 3 spaces down there. See where they huddle up against the tank. And if we get rid of this first wave, then it's we're laughing, aren't we? We can do it. Getting rid of them fast enough. We're killing her a lot. We should be able to get her back in time, shouldn't we? Excuse me. Having said that, bit up a touch. All done there. Just the boss to go. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Fuck you. Go on, Silas. As soon as you're up and running, we can melt the boss. That should be it done for the boss. That ignoring the defense is just so powerful. Morning, mate. Good morning. Right, that's that one done out of the way. Thank God for that. Don't like that stage. But the rewards are nice. Let's go next one. Who have we got this week? So we've got nice faces. We do like these. These are fairly hands-off and easy to go with. Let's see how it goes. It's a death on that now, obviously. And then we're going to have a look at the quickly do the weekly trading hall bit. I'm going to do a bit of an experiment this week as well. So there's been some talk about the new hero quest. So when the new hero quest rocks up, I assume we've got one this week. So when the new hero quest rocks up, people are saying that you have to do it straight away, because if it's up, don't then obtain the single heroes coming in. So you should do it as fast as possible. So I'm going to try and not do it for the week and see what happens. See if I get more or less single heroes turning up. So we'll have a look at the time span of when you've got to do it and how many heroes you get and that sort of thing. So I don't know how true it is. I've not really looked into it that much. Don't get that before I forget. It's a pain having to walk through the rest of the map when you've done it all. Yeah, so that's the sort of rough plan, is to have a quick look and see if that is the case or whether it's not, that sort of thing. So we'll leave the hero quest up and see how it goes. See if we get any other heroes come in on the daily quest. There's some sort of we were saying that they're getting a lot less arena tokens. Arena not really my thing. I don't know. I don't have the champions to push that hard into it, or the gear. Maybe I've started to get some of the champions, but gearing wise, I don't have it that far up yet. So need to really go absolutely all out on, I suppose, gear A3 at some point and start pushing gear dungeons on my global account. Sort of I'll be playing around on Gear Dungeon 2 stages 9 and 10. Well, I need to do 9. I need to do then clear 10 on this account. Get that out of the way. I haven't done it yet, and I need to. Got Edith over the weekend. I think you got Edith, so that should help out quite a bit at the bottom lane there, because we were using the old 3-star Borat, who's loads better than the legendary they gave us. He's absolutely shockingly bad. RNG is one thing, but that's just so bad. Can't afford to have it. I mean, RNG at the start of the match with her isn't so bad because she may or may not push the champion back, which is then it explodes over an area, which is sort of fine when it's the first mob because you can just restart it and see how it pans out. But when it's the 40th mob out of 60, then you just can't afford to have the RNG there that you want, or it wants to give you. It's just not a feasible option. Oh, doing lesser this time, are we? Okay. Get that done. I think we used Pope last time, didn't we? It's we used Pope, or was he too expensive to use before you could get your tank down? I have to have a think on it. I have to have a think and see what it chucks in for us. So for me, the best starting point for Lasser as the final boss is Gluttony. Absolute godsend. Put him down as your tank at the bottom. And then I'm going to kill this mob, or is he going to get too big for us? Oh, there we go. Oh, there's a couple of them there. Right. Yeah. And then Dolores down to boost up Silas. The thing I like about Silas is his ultimate comes around at a nice enough pace for you to tick off and kill these mobs on the right hand side on the final boss. You can start him off early and his ultimate will time over to when they come out, so you can kill them off. That sort of right hand side gets taken care of there, and you can sort of forget about it with him, which is quite nice. And then it's just a matter of getting enough DPS down for the boss. But for me, Baron, I absolutely love us to tank up the boss because of that unyielding state, giving you that 8 seconds where the boss is going to be hitting him and no one else. Gives you sort of 8 seconds of free DPS on the boss, which is awesome. It's amazing. We all want 8 seconds of free DPS on the boss, so that's a bonus for us. Right, get in there. The end is in sight, thank God. Right, 3 golden diamonds, a couple of free chests, and then we're into the boss fight. I mean, it'd be a step in the right direction if they just made this at least straight automatic. I mean, or just collection after you've done it. There's no reason to do 3 of these to do as you go through. They're sort of nice when you're first starting to clear it. They're a nice bonus to your rewards as you're pushing through, but when but this is ridiculous. It just takes up so much time. It's such a time sink. I presume they've got more on their plate at the moment about trying to get the game available to the US again than they have at the moment anything else. It was odd that I don't know, did they do it just before the ban and not tell anyone? So they must have known they were going to do it and didn't tell anyone. Just seems a bit off that they didn't even tell people, look, this is happening, even in a quick announcement. This is the likelihood, or something like that. I don't know. Just seems odd. Yeah. I'd be happy if they just introduced gear lock for it at the moment, but running through this is just an hour's time sink of your life. You're not going to get back. Is this the team we went for last time? Happy days. Then we'll run with this team, I guess. If it works, it should. If the team I used last time, it should work. There we go. Gluttony down. No artifact. Could be an issue. We'll see how that pans out for us. Right, for me, I always put Dolores down before I put Silas down because her ultimate takes up longer time to use and get round. Unless you forget to put Silas down at all. I bet you can see the ultimates now. There we go, he topped himself back up, that's nice. I've got a horrible feeling my game is about to crash. Oh, we've forgotten to do everything. Oh, we're having a nightmare. This is a disaster. You go down last. We want Pope up next, don't we? Got away with that. More luck than judgment. Pope up next. Speed this up. I'm put a healer down. Oh my god. Making a right mess of this. Put your healer down. Go that way. Now what I do with Valk is I always put a Valk down towards the bottom so she doesn't get hit by the boss. Down here she doesn't seem to get targeted by the boss, but she's in range to raise your tank. There he comes. So we'll trigger off Dolores and then we can trigger off Silas nice and early. So Silas's ultimate will carry on over then. Now we're just waiting for Baron to bring up his shield for us. There we go. There's his shield. Absolutely fantastic. Now remove him, remove you, and then we're good to go again. And that's about it. That's the fight done. As soon as we've got enough DPS to nuke down the boss, then you're on for a win. That was easier than normal, to be honest. I was quite surprised by that, but that ease of taking him down, or the extra time that you're given by using a Baron, and that unyielding state that he gets for 8 seconds, so the boss is pounded on him and not going to do any damage to him for 8 seconds, then that's all time and grace given to the rest of your heroes to carry on their DPS. So that's my reasoning for using him. And Gluttony down the bottom there is just a complete godsend. He's just such an easy champion. Of all the heroes that should have been Hero of the Year, I think Gluttony should have been in with a shout, to be honest. He's absolutely awesome. Now we can get, she'll have the range to go over. You can put your tank down in front now. Give yourself a bit more breathing space. And then we can just speed this up. Well, we've got 7 more to kill. And it's these sort of outer ones to kill. There we go. Get them down. 15, 6 to go. And then that's it done. Oh, it's hoping to clear them off. Would have been a nice cheeky little source of extra damage there. There we go, there's one done. Last one and then we're done. Oh, I've dribbled as well. Blimey. Cup's too big for my mouth. which is an oddity. Right, let's get me back out of the way of that. There's the boss doing his exploding thing. That's nice. Another week before we'll have to do that again. Claim everything. 1 and 30. I always check this. For some reason, someone mentioned once that they didn't get the full 30. It was up in Dev Insights, and they said they haven't changed anything. So I do always check that I do get one complete one and one in shards. So okay, not fantastic, but there we go. Right, that's everything we got from there. Where else are we doing rewards? May as well collect the rewards from here. Do we get anything? Come on, Soulstone. Nope. Never know. Future. Yeah, okay, I should have been more precise with my wish then, shouldn't I? Okay. Some rewards. Let's go. Another one there, under there, 2. Gotta go bullion. I'm having a bit of a shortage of it. I'm on a crisis, to be honest. 3. Oh, there we go. Oh. Go for that. I'm not 100% sure that was the right choice, to be honest, but there we go. Has everyone got their trading hall done now, have they? Are they all up and spammed? Managed to get a gold quest. So for me, I just make sure they've got a minimum of 180 of each type of food, and that seems to clear out the food options for me. So I can just spam these at the beginning of the week. Claim the rewards. There we go. That's all the quests done. Don't even look at what they are, to be honest, anymore. There's no relevance at all. And then back over to the ship. Start over here. Do I have 180 of that? Do I have a 180 there? And then back to these, 180 there. Yeah, so it is literally this one until that gets to 180. Is that right? Yeah. And then we'll be collecting more here. And the reason is that gives us stamina, and at some point we will want to burn off that stamina. So that's the reasoning, or what I do with the trading hall, really. That's about it. And then Forge. Right then, what we got? 12 shots, so 2 singles. Oh, right. I can stop there. That's nice. Good. That's a win. Yeah, that one's all right. Temple. I've had worse. I've had worse. None of the new ones, which was a shame. That is a shame. A quick one. While these are up. Right. So this amulet here. Hello, Strike. Yeah. Strike is summoned upon 3 enemies, deals extra damage. Now, we had a play around with her the other week and her ability to put damage onto summoning. So it doesn't work with this amulet. Her boosting the damage of summoned creatures. However, it does work with, strangely enough, it does work with Wailing Skull. So if you've got the Wailing Skull, then her ability to do damage against or give damage buff to summoned creatures does work with Wailing Skull. It just doesn't work. There you are. It just doesn't work with the magic version of the Wailing Skull, which is a bit weird. But there you go. So we now you know. This is an oddity. Yeah. Later, Sonic. Have a good day, mate. That's done. What else did we get? And then if you want to have a quick look at some GVG maps. This is season 7, so this is one of my defences. It's not particularly good. I'm not getting a lot of luck. We get a couple of wins and things out of it. We do all right, but it's not fantastic. So that's how. I'll go and flash him up in a second. Yeah. Whereas this one seems to be doing okay, either not getting attacked or getting wins out of that defence. So they're my two defences in GVG. If you want to have a look at anything, just put up in the chat, and happy to show it to you, because this is the Forerunner. So you're going into just about to start season 7, is it? You've got a week to go before season 7. Oh, we've got a Demon Soldier to Ward, boom, boom, boom. Who? Oh, upgrade, happy days. Take the upgrade on that, always nice. That's my Silas build, mate. If, flick through the stuff if you want. Haven't changed a lot about him because he seems to work. But I tend to go more attack heavy if I'm using them in Apocalypse. So tend to go more attack than crit damage there. I could probably pump some more crit damage into him. Maybe swap this over for a Wicked Vengeance set. That might do it. So there you go. Now, if there's anything else anyone wants to chat about or have a look at, bear in mind this is a Forerunner server, so it's a couple of weeks ahead, then feel free to write it in the chat. If I don't hear anything, I'll just end the stream in a second. I'll show you the Phantasmal Nightmare. So this is coming up for Global, I'm assuming next time round. It hasn't been said anything guaranteed on that, but this is it. This is the leaderboard. There you go, double S. It's the best anyone's got so far. It's good to see that the top 2 teams don't go Ingrid, but they have got big tier. The rest of them are all pretty much Ingrid Pope, Ingrid Pope, Ingrid Pope. They're all over the place, so it's a bit of a mare for that. So there you go. That's the Phantom Menace, which will be coming next time round. Whether they down tune it a bit or not, I don't know, because anyone over here, like I say, the best they've done is double S. So there you go. That's it. Right. Anything else anyone wants to see? Nothing in the chat. So thank you very much for your time, people. I've got to scoot, go and get a video prep for today and see what's out and about and happening with the game, because this has just started, isn't it? We're just starting this event is just starting now. Oh, there we go. So his summoning is this weekend, which is good. And Zillitude's up there as well. That is nice. Nice summoning. Good pull. Wow. Yeah. Anything else? Special Divines. So it's up on the 15 times the Divine, and then 2 times. And then... Right, so the thing about summoning this weekend is, would I summon this weekend? I would, not because of that, but because I want to finish this. And if you're going to summon at one point, if you have a look on the quick event calendar, is if you're summoning this weekend, you'll get points on Spiritual Altar and the Awakening of Heroes. Whereas if you summon on the next weekend, you only get points in the Arrival of Heroes events. So you can sort of get them here and then level them up. So you're getting sort of points there. Whereas if you summon here, I suppose then you can level them up in Corridor of Glory. I don't know, tomorrow, have a look. But I would always do the Corridor of Glory event because that's got 2 skill crystals. But, you know, we'll have a chat about it later. Anyway, that's me done. Thanks so much for your time. I'm just waffling now. If you could do the old thumbs up, like and subscribe, would help me out massively. And I will go and prep some video for today. Probably go and have a look at this and see how it actually pans out in game. All right, cheers.